Happy New Year, everyone. This is just going to be a bit of an update video about what my plans are for 2019, maybe a little bit of recap, etc. But I do hope you guys had a good time, had a good, New Year's Eve or day or whatever it's called here. We call it Silvester in Germany. It's 2018 has been fine. I tried out a few different things and such, I thought about doing some special videos for Christmas in Minecraft and such, but I just didn't get to it. Just didn't feel too motivated to do it, to be honest, so I think we can just do it in here. But yeah, I just hope you guys are doing well and you had a good time. Hopefully the year's treating you good so far, even though it just began. But like I said, I just want to give you guys a bit of an update, what my plans are. I feel like I haven't posted too much here recently. It's been like probably a month again since the last episode as well. Just keeps happening, but I actually had a poll on my community page or whatever it's called on YouTube the other day, asking you guys if you prefer that I have, Minecraft and other games split into two separate channels. For you guys who don't know, I do have a second channel. I made it about 7 months ago, where I upload anything that's not Minecraft related, because I kind of wanted to try out to like separate these two things. There is a kind of like a YouTube algorithm reason why I started doing this, and I can talk about this in a bit, a little bit of detail. But I posted a poll there asking, would you prefer if I post all these other games on this channel again or keep it separate? Some people of you voted, thank you very much. Funny enough, it ended at exactly 50-50. Like both were 50%. I think 20 people voted or something, so that's a good number. I think the community tab is only being seen on mobile devices. I don't think you can actually see it on PC, which is a bit weird. So I'm actually surprised that so many did check it. But yeah, I don't know. I just had this thought, right? Like I said, about 7 months ago, I kind of tried this out. The thing is with YouTube, I mean, the YouTube algorithm is a mystery, right? So one of the ways YouTube promotes your videos is it kind of looks at what your subscribers are watching and if they're watching your stuff. And if you, actively watch most of my videos, it will put those videos into the YouTube front page. Now, this only applies to the front page. If you go to youtube.com or whatever, the videos you see at the top, those are all the recommended videos, right? They are a mix between things you're subscribed to and things you aren't subscribed to. And they are kind of tailored to what YouTube thinks you would enjoy. If you go to like your separate subscription page, then of course you see everything from your subscribers, or at least you should. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. But unfortunately, because the recommended page is like the front page, that's the one most people use. It's really difficult to show up there sometimes, or most of the time. And so basically, if someone doesn't watch your videos or skips videos, YouTube thinks, oh, you're not interested in this person's videos anymore, so we will stop recommending them. That means if let's say, you subscribe for Minecraft, I post a bunch of Minecraft videos, you watch them, but then I post like other games in between, you don't watch them, YouTube thinks, oh, you are not interested in my channel anymore. And the next time I post a Minecraft video, it will not show you that video on your, on your recommended page or whatever, unless you go to your subscription page. And you can definitely tell the difference in views sometimes. Like, sometimes it's better to not upload a video than to upload a bad video or a video that won't get many views, right? So I definitely noticed that every time I upload like a game that's not Minecraft after a Minecraft video, the next Minecraft video didn't do as well. And while I'm not trying to be too bothered by the whole YouTube game, you kind of want to play it a little bit, you kind of want to try to grow at least a little bit. It's kind of fun to do, setting yourself a goal, trying to become bigger or grow more as a community and as a channel. So it's interesting to look into and at least try to kind of play along. But I really don't do too much. I know there's so much I could do that I'm not doing, but yeah. But anyway, that's why I kind of split the channel, right? That's why I split all the non-Minecraft stuff to a separate channel, because I wanted to check out or try out how that would perform. And it actually did affect the Minecraft videos quite a bit. Like, the views were pretty decent and consistent, even though I didn't upload a lot. However, the longer I take breaks, the less likely YouTube suggests these videos too. So it's kind of the same thing, right? Like, yes, it works if you just focus on the one type that people watch, but only if you consistently do that. YouTube really likes consistency. If you are not consistent, then it's kind of works against their algorithm. And because there are like several months in between of me posting videos and such, it affects it a little bit, although it wasn't too bad. Like, over time the videos do gain views and such, which is really cool to see and really appreciative. But yeah, it's just, just kind of interesting to me. But yeah, I just, now after 7 months, I've just been thinking about it. I mean, the second channel is doing, what you could expect from a new channel. There are some views there. There are some couple of people like commenting sometimes, which is awesome. And I've been posting a lot of stuff over there. Like, I've been spamming Kingdom Hearts. I've been spamming some Fallout videos. There's a lot of content there already. And, subscribers are slowly going up as well, which is kind of cool. But I guess I just wanted to see, maybe in a video, ask you guys again what you think would be better. If you would prefer if I post these other game videos on this channel as well, or if you would prefer if I only post Minecraft content here. Like I said, it wouldn't be this. It's the same amount, right? Like, if I don't post other games here, doesn't mean there's going to be more Minecraft videos. As you can see, it's been a month since the last one. So I wouldn't really take up anything, but just kind of curious. Because I am playing with the idea to maybe come back and post all the other gaming stuff on this channel as well. Because I do notice that I'm kind of drifting away a little bit from Minecraft. I'm just having a harder time getting into it a bit more. And I'll talk about this in this video a bit later as well. So there's a lot of dead air, right? Not a lot of stuff being posted. So I figured, well, if I'm not posting anything, maybe it's fine if I just post the other stuff as well. So that's one of the things I'm trying to maybe change this year. The other thing is, like, I'm really bothered by myself for not finishing games and Let's Plays. That is like the biggest pet peeve of mine. I tend to switch games up a lot and therefore abandoning a lot of games quickly. I do know why. Like, I've been trying to figure out why I do this, what the reason is. And I kind of get it now. I kind of figured out why it is. It's a couple of reasons. Most of the time it's because it just takes me too long to play through a game. If I can play through a game quicker, then it's much easier for me to do. And I've been trying to do this on my second channel. It's working much, much better. I'm actually finishing up games and such. It's always like, let's say you post, I think I talked about this before, but let's say a game takes 30 hours, right? Like, a lot of games nowadays, that I think 30 hours is pretty good average playtime for the games I play, at least. And let's say I post 30-minute videos a day. That's 60 videos, right? 60 days of videos, 2 months of videos. Now, usually the way I've done it is like I would record like 1, 2, maybe 3 videos, and then edit them, post them, maybe wait for feedback, and then 2 or 3 days later start recording again. So I always have these huge gaps in between recording sessions, and it also takes me 2 months to play through this one game. By then, so many other games came out that already took my, attention and that I would rather play. And then I start to focus on these games instead, and I kind of abandon the previous ones. What I've been doing on my other channel lately is, I figured because I don't have many views yet, I don't have many people commenting, I can allow myself to just play games more than I post them, meaning on one day I record 3 hours, or the next day I record 2 hours, next day I record 2 hours, etc. And I just end up with this huge backlog of videos. By the time episode 4 comes out, I might have already recorded episode 20 or something, right? The problem with that is, if there is something that requires feedback from people, well, it doesn't necessarily require feedback, but sometimes, let's say Fallout New Vegas is a good example because it's a blind playthrough. There's a lot of tips and suggestions in these videos that I would like to apply, so I'm not super ignorant. I know it can be frustrating sometimes when a Let's Player like misses a really obvious thing and you tell them about it and they don't, change it, etc. So it would take like, let's say I do a mistake in episode 1. Someone tells me, but I already recorded to episode 20. It's going to take many days before I would adjust to that, right? But you just kind of got to balance it. You kind of got to sacrifice a little bit of interactivity maybe with just, playing ahead a bit so you can actually finish things. And I think that's okay. You don't always have to adjust to everything people say in the comments, right? You can play the way you want to play. I mean, if you weren't recording and you missed a thing as well, no one else was there to tell you otherwise, right? You might come back years later and be like, holy shit, how did I miss this? Or something. And just go with it, So, yeah, just changing up my process a little bit of how I record and play games, and it's been much more enjoyable to me too. Leaving a huge gap in between is never fun. You probably know that when you play games. You probably play them in a long session too, perhaps, or every day a little bit or something. You don't have 2 or 3 days in between before your play sessions, perhaps. And it's just much more enjoyable. You remember things a bit better. You don't have to get used to the controls again or remember what you were doing last time and it feels abrupt, etc. It's more fluent, more immersive, more fun if you do it quicker. And then once the series is done, it's okay if I post it over 2 months, as long as I have room for other series to be posted as well alongside of it. I think that's okay. And I've been actually looking at a lot of other larger game channels recently to just analyze them a little bit, see how they do things. Especially channels that post variety videos, which is the most difficult content for gaming really to grow in. But there's a lot of channels who really either they post extremely long videos, some of them post whole sessions, 3 hours or something. It's almost like a live stream archive. Others maybe post an hour or something a day. And then I also seen people who just post several of the same series a day, half an hour videos, but then 3 or so of them per day, because they have this huge backlog and they can afford doing that. And I think that's not bad. I think, from a viewer point of view as well, at least for me, if I watch someone's Let's Play, sometimes I'm I'm all caught up. I'm eagerly waiting for the next episode. I wouldn't mind if they suddenly post 3 videos of the series at once. So yeah, I was just thinking about how I want to improve my my process a little bit and finishing up games, and that also leads into something I would like to do is this year going back to some old Let's Plays I've started on this channel and finish them up. Games like Zelda Breath of the Wild, really been meaning to go back into that game and play it again. It has about 60 episodes already, and then I kind of lost interest again. Same reason, because it just took 2 months or so for me to record these videos, and then something more shiny was out. So that's something I would kind of like to jump back into. The Rabbit's Kingdom Battle game, I would kind of like to jump back into. I would like to check out the Deus Ex Mankind Divided DLCs. I haven't played them yet. That would be kind of fun. So games that have already been on this channel, but just continuing it and finishing it off, right? Just to give myself a little bit of inner peace of okay, I don't have these series on my mind anymore as being something I never completed. Just finishing something up and taking it off my mind, I think would be fun. And of course I want to play these games again. They're enjoyable, so I might as well. So that's probably going to be a big focus on for me this year, just in general, finishing games. I don't know when I'll go back to some of these games and finish them up, because I'm already playing so much right now, and I'm really focusing a bit on Kingdom Hearts a lot before Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, but yeah, it's something I want to do. Another thing is that there's just so many games I would like to play. This year really for me is supposed to be a year where I just play more games and finish more games when it comes down to it, because I was thinking about 2018. And I was thinking about making videos of these are my top 10 games of 2018. These were my favorite games. And I started to make a list of games I played and actually finished. I couldn't even fill a top 5. I don't know if I could fill a top 3. I played a few games, not even that many, that came out in 2018. And barely any one of those I finished. which is kind of sad to me. Sometimes you don't have to finish the game necessarily to know if it's good or not. You could still put it on a top list, but I don't know, it just feels odd. So I really want to go and, you know, play just more games and experience more games completely. I really miss doing that. So I think I'll focus on a lot more games this time. Some games include, you know, like Fallout New Vegas I'm still playing, having a lot of fun with. I started 76, a solo playthrough. I want to do Fallout 3 modded. Lots of Fallout, I know. I actually want to go play the original Deus Ex, because believe it or not, I love Deus Ex, but I never finished the first one. I barely played the first one, if I'm honest. The Deus Ex that got me into the franchise, and I know some people will hate this, is the second one, Invisible War. I know people hate that game, and I get why. It's not a necessarily good Deus Ex game, it's not a good RPG game, but it's still a good game, you know? I still like it a lot. I had a ton of fun with that game, and it got me into this kind of franchise. I played a little bit of Deus Ex 1 on my own, but yeah, I never finished it. I actually got stuck at one point because of a bug that couldn't finish the quest, or wouldn't let me finish the quest, and I didn't have any backup saves. I kept overwriting the same save file, so I was like, okay, maybe it's time to stop. I don't want to restart. Kingdom Hearts 3, like I said, is coming out soon. 2 weeks after that, I believe Metro Exodus comes out, which I definitely want to jump into, and I played through the first two Metro games on my second channel as well. And there's actually some DLCs for that one that I haven't finished yet either, that I kind of want to go back into as well. Nier Automata is a game I've been meaning to play for so long, ever since it came out. Just never played it because I always kind of try to save it as a Let's Play game. Horizon Zero Dawn, same thing. I bought the game when it came out. I always saved it as a Let's Play game. I never came to play it or went to play it. And by now there's like a Game of the Year edition with all the DLCs that I don't have. So might as well buy this one again, I guess. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I really tried to finish Rise of the Tomb Raider in time for Shadow of the Tomb Raider before it came out. I started recording a little bit, and then I stopped because I forgot. I think I was just focusing on Fallout or something at that time. So yeah, I kind of want to play that again to finish that up. Just so many games, you know, I want to play and actually finish. And then speaking of Minecraft, like I said, I think I'm just kind of like drifting a bit away from Minecraft. I try to get into it. Sometimes I have these urges to play. Sometimes I have the urges to make my mod pack. But every time I try to make my mod pack, I just load it up, do like a couple of config changes, maybe a couple of recipe changes, realize, oh, this mod is broken, report it, not get any feedback, etc. It's just like, it is fun, but it's so time consuming, and I always feel like I can use that time in a more fun way at the moment, just because there are so many games at the moment that I would like to play otherwise. But then also with Automata, again, same thing, I want to like go back to it. I think right now the biggest issue with Automata for me is not really knowing what I want to do next. I mean, I have some ideas, and I know like for the quest wise we have to start working on a bunch of the bigger immersive engineering machines. All the like oil distillery stuff, the excavators, the what have you. There's so many like big machines we need to build, but I think I'm just a really slow builder, and I've been trying to figure out how I want to design this stuff, right? Like, I don't know if I want to build another one of those, that like factory building I built and put all the machines inside, because it didn't turn out that well, to be honest. And I think sometimes it's an issue of building too big. Sometimes it's better to just be smaller, build smaller, more cozy, more tight, and it might look better. I was thinking about just having an open area sort of for all these machines, but I can't figure out a good style. The only style I could think of is like, you know, like an industrial looking thing with like metal fences and stuff, but it doesn't go with the Viking stuff. So I don't know. I've been like looking around on Google Images like for some Viking warehouse, Viking stockpiles, like something that's open space, that's easy to be like expandable, where I can just like, I have like a confined area where I can place these machines and they aren't just like out in the wild. So that's kind of like the stuff that's blocking me a bit from playing. I mean, if you guys have any ideas for that kind of stuff, like how I should build it, what kind of style, if you have any pictures or ideas, please let me know. Maybe I'll get some inspiration that way. The only other thing I would do next is the Lighthouse. So maybe we'll do the Lighthouse soon, because I do want to finish up the Lighthouse. That's like the same thing as like finishing up a series, right? It's like it bothers me that I'm not finishing up Automata. And it bothers me especially that I keep talking about this Lighthouse and I don't finish it. And I feel like at this point, I talked so much about that Lighthouse that I probably shouldn't even finish it. Otherwise, it might be disappointing once it's built. It's like, oh, that's what you've been trying to build the whole time? Lame. I don't know. I also was thinking about the idea of setting up an automaton server. I've been approached by some guys who started out a server hosting company. They're pretty new, very small still. They need all the help they can get, but they have excellent prices. So I was like, okay, I'll sign up for a server. I bought a server, I set it up. I haven't played yet. I haven't tried it out yet because I've been thinking about the whole like how. I don't know. Like I asked that too. Like if he wanted, you know, if I was setting up a server, what pack he would want to play, and Automata was the most voted one. But there's like two things that bother me. It's like one is like, do I make a Patreon only or whitelist application? The thing about Patreon only is I don't care about the money really. It's just a nice way of gating it to people who might be more interested in it. I've done whitelisted servers before. We got like a ton of applications. A ton of bad applications. Like it's really difficult to filter out people too that way, because sometimes people aren't very serious. They don't want to really play. They're just like, yeah, okay, whatever, I was bored. They log in once and then never come back, and it's just a ton of work. I did that with the Serious Vanilla server. We found some really cool people, but most of the time I was looking at server applications, replying to people, checking people out, etc. When you have something like a little bit of a paywall behind the server, that alone almost guarantees that the person is more interested than the usual person, I guess. But at the same time, it feels shitty. I don't like putting content behind like a paywall or something, right? Like I get that people don't want to pay, can't pay, etc. So would I just make it like a bug, or is that, if I make it a bug, would I like, you know, is it even worth doing it at all then? I don't know, it's just stuff I need to think about. And at the same time as well, I don't think I'll be playing on a server. And I feel like, is that shitty too? Like, you know, if I set up a server for people to play, but I don't play on it, is that like dumb? Like, I don't know. Especially if it's behind a paywall, because then it feels like, oh, it's just like, here, make some money and have people play. I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe I should just do it, you know? Just set it up, just get it started and see if anyone is even interested in it. But yeah, so I wish I could tell you more about Minecraft. I wish about my plans with Minecraft, but I really can't. It's just up to whenever I feel like it. And truth to be told, at the moment, thinking about the amount of time I would put into Minecraft, I rather put that time into all the other games I want to play. This huge backlog of games I have lying here. I don't think I'll ever abandon Minecraft. There's still so many things I want to do with like all kinds of different packs and just playing different packs. But yeah, it just hasn't been like what I wanted to play recently, so that's that, I guess. This video is already super long, sorry about that. And thanks if you like been listening to this whole time. Maybe just, you know, like games I'm looking forward to this year. I might actually make a top games or a top like upcoming games video. Kind of want to do that, but maybe I'm too lazy as well. But there are some good games coming out this year, or potentially coming out this year. I really hope that Cyberpunk 2077 comes out here. I don't think it will. I'm telling myself it won't, so I won't get too excited. Because then if they say, nope, won't be this year, then I'll be like, okay, I figured. But if they'll be like, hey, it comes out this year, then I can freak out, right? Because that game is gonna be my main focus in my life for a long time. I just freaking love Cyberpunk. I love CD Projekt and I think it's gonna be great. But the other game I'm actually really excited about right now is The Outer Worlds, which is the next game by Obsidian Entertainment, or whatever they're called. The guys who made Fallout New Vegas originally. Apparently it's not really the same guys anymore. A lot of people switched or, you know, left the studio by now, but it could have been developed by a game company. Like, if that's their name, like no name game company. Just seeing the trailer and some of the gameplay video, it looks great. I don't want to get too hyped because it usually backfires, but it's hard not to. It's hard not to. It looks great. I'll definitely jump into that when that comes out. And it's supposed to come out in 2019. And of course, like I said, Kingdom Hearts 3, Metro Exodus, Devil May Cry 5. I don't think I'll put that on my channel. Because I feel like I would have to play the other games too. And I really am not good at these games. I suck at these games, but I love playing them. It wouldn't make for good video content, I don't think. It would be pretty frustrating to people. Because there are some hardcore Devil May Cry people. But yeah, there's just so many games, you know, like smaller ones. Ori and the Blind Forest, the second one. I forgot what it's called. I think the Will-O-Wisp or something. Just a lot of little games. 2019 looks great for gaming. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully Last of Us 2. Oh, that'd be so good. But yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the video here. I think it's already way too long. Again, you know, thinking about bringing games back to this channel. If you have any opinions about that, I would really love to hear them. Sorry, I'm burpy. You know, your feedback is always super important to me, and it just helps make me decisions as well. Because you know, sometimes, I mean, I gotta make my own decisions, but I'm a very indecisive person, and it helps me a lot if people tell me what to do or what they want me to do. All right, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Again, Happy New Year. Hope so far everything is good, and I will see you guys very soon, hopefully with something fun. Goodbye.